brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymore, King of Comic Town and part-time bandit.
Yes! Haha! We're here to rob you of your boredom with some cool books that we've read this week, and we want to make sure that you guys are all on board with what we are shelling here. And that's new comics. New comics all the time. We're doing this live. Big shout out to Jeremy. He's got a situation that he's taken care of, so all the love to him.
Yep, thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely. But that doesn't stop the books from coming.
Right.
We got to talk about them because we read them, and yes. Okay, so we're filming this on Wednesday, which is probably one of the most geeky Wednesdays in a long time. We've got Matrix, Resurrections dropped. We've got the finale of Hawkeye, and then we've got a crap ton of comics.
Yeah.
So let's jump.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Okay, so honorable mention wise, we have one that's the same.
Yes.
Do you want to start with that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start with that one.
Okay. Scout Comics, A King's Vengeance. The creative team on this one is Peter Rick. I'm guessing that's how you say that. R-I-C-Q. I don't want to just guess like it's Rick, but I'm guessing Rick. And then Davila LeBlanc. Creative team, like they've intermixed different things. Created, written by Peter did the artwork. So this cover is fascinating and brilliant, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing this one. It's a dude riding a dinosaur in a, medieval type setting. I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. Art-wise, it's a little bit more animated. Borderline Rick and Morty-ish.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like the Rick and Morty vibe I got was heavy on this.
And not that that's bad. It just was different from what I was expecting when I flipped this open. There is a lot of world building in this, and possibly the greatest villain I've ever seen.
Yes. Like,
without question.
If my son at some point doesn't come at me that hard, I failed him as a parent.
I mean, I don't want my kids to do this. They're bigger than me, so I don't want them to do it. But this kid, in terms of statements, parental, that was brutal. That was brutal. But it was interesting. It was very interesting.
Yeah. Super violent. Like, super violent.
Yes. Do not let the little kid energy fool you.
It's a crazy read. I'm not sure where they're going to go with it afterwards, but it's got that like post-apocalyptic, like it's a king in like some kind of mecha armor that rides a dinosaur.
Come on!
Yeah. So it's like He-Man on like a He-Man environment, but like on crack.
Yeah.
Like it's and not for kids.
No.
Very gory.
No. Super gory. Unless your kid's into that.
Yeah. And then maybe they'll turn out like that kid. So it's a win-win.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Okay. The Willy's Wonderland. What is this?
Okay. So
I was so afraid.
One of Nicolas Cage's greatest movies.
Oh my God.
Is Willy's Wonderland. And it is the story of a child rat casino.
Okay.
Much like Chuck E. Cheese, except that all the animatronics are possessed.
Oh my God.
By the spirits of serial killers.
Okay.
Yes, this is the
This is a real movie?
Oh yeah, it's hysterical. Like it's amazing.
God.
Nicolas Cage doesn't say a word the entire time. Like in the movie, what it is, the cop and the owner of Willy's Wonderland, they'll arrest people that are going through their town that aren't from the town.
Okay.
And they'll sacrifice them.
Oh my God.
To the animatronics, so the animatronics don't kill the regular people.
Got you.
It just makes a ton of money.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
100%.
Yeah. You don't want to kill the regulars.
Yeah. No, because it'll stop paying.
Right, dude.
It is just amazing. It's each of the backstories behind these animatronics is more horrific than like the movie is more of a comedy, like a dark, violent comedy.
Right.
Whereas this one's more of a horror. Like, also super gory, not for kids. But yeah.
I mean, again, unless your kid is really into this,
which they should be like mine. My kids love Willy's Wonderland.
That's amazing.
My wife not so much, but
I mean, not quite family fun. But whatever. Eat the rich. I mean, we're gonna stay in this vibe of semi not.
It's the greatest love story that we've got
this week. It is
so
wonderful, yo. I mean, like, love finds a way. Okay, love finds a way. If you guys have been following this, the hook of it is there is this family that's uber rich for no good reason, and part of their traditional ritualistic whatever,
it's a buffet.
They eat their help. That's when they retire. This young lady who is currently dating, one of the members of the family, finds out all this on this summer trip, and there's a lot to it. In the last issue, it ends with her being proposed to. What do you do? Like, hey, you can literally be one of the secret hands that runs the world. You just got to eat people from time to time.
Oh man, because yes, there's morality.
Yeah,
but like it's 100% real talk. Like, if you're given you don't have to worry about
every amenity, man. Like
the rest of your life.
Listen, there's a line in here where dude is like, you could do this, and this, and this, and this, and he's so casually like, this could literally be your life.
Yeah,
like everything that you want, you can have it.
Yeah, all the good, like even if you decide, you know what, I am going to do nothing but philanthropy.
Absolutely.
I'm going to raise everybody's life up. I'm going to fix the Flint, Michigan water problems.
Do this.
I just have to eat somebody.
You got to eat some people. Are you game? Are you doing it? What's up? Where's your palate at?
Do you have hot sauce?
How hungry are you? Hungry for change. That's what I am. Yeah. Eat the rich. This was a great way to end this one. The ending was super surprising. I wasn't expecting it. So the twist of it, chef's kiss.
Good job, Boom. Good job.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with No Holds Barred, and it's spelled.
How did this not make your top choice? I am shocked.
It was tough. Okay. Like it's because I'm a child of the 80s.
Okay, fair game.
That'll make sense.
I get that.
So Mighty Behemoth Comics. All hail Behemoth. Woohoo! Read the creative team. Let's see. So the cover. Eric Gladstone, writer, creator. Gabriel M. Kari, line art. Inez Bravo, color. And Aditya Bekar, letter art.
First of all, shout out for you for including pictures of your creative team.
That's actually
you know what? Like
that should be the common thing. That should be the baseline.
I just judge myself for the fact that I've only put names in there and not put people's pictures. Yeah. And that will change from this point forward.
Yeah.
I apologize to every collaborator that I've ever had that I've not put your picture in our books.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah. And they're drawn like the style
which is
of what's going on.
So dope.
Good job, guys. Good job. All right. So this takes place during Shakespeare's time in London. All right. I'm going to say it this way. Batman 66, except it's William Shakespeare and one of his pages as Batman and Robin.
I'm with this.
Fighting against the evil Sir Francis Bacon. Hysterical.
Historic?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's some iambic pentameter action in there for you. So, great job.
Okay. That's... All right.
Behemoth.
Good job. Okay. Speaking of Behemoth, the size of this daggone thing. Okay, so Batman One Dark Knight. It's a series from the Black Label imprint. This one's totally done by Jock. And so you feel like the art is crazy. There's a briskness to it, but it's actually rather wordy for Jock.
Yeah.
Which is not bad, but there's this one's interesting. So there's a character named EMP that they need to move to a new facility.
Oh.
And you consider, in a world where, Batman exists, Superman exists, so you would think like, hey, I'm just going to call you and you move this prisoner for me really quick, fast. Even the Flash, you can just kind of, no. There's this big to-do where they want some general reform in terms of like Arkham is falling apart. Let's not use Arkham. We've got new facilities at Blackgate. Let's put him there.
Yeah.
But in the process of moving him, what could go wrong? It's called Dark Knight. I'm just gonna let your imagination run wild. It's visually really dope. Story-wise, it's not my favorite of the Black Label books to drop this week, and that's why it's on the honorable mention. So, if you've got the space in your collection, add one of these big giant bad boys to it because it's fun. It's a fun read.
All right.
Honorable mentions wise. Okay, so we've got two that are the same, one that's different. Yes. Where are you starting?
All right. Why don't you talk to me about Redshift?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked. Redshift. This is from Scout Comics. I'm just like, let me just try something. So number one, the cover is like, it's pretty cool. It's engaging. We've got HS Tack, Brent McKee, Sebastian Chang, Jewel Rodriguez as the creative team. No diss, but you guys don't have your pictures in here. We got to change all that.
Yeah.
I mean, even Aftershock does it in the back of their books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of Aftershock,
yeah,
we got shorted our Chicken Devils. Chicken Devil was this week.
I thought that was this week, and I thought I was bugging because I didn't see it. Okay.
We got shorted. We will catch you guys up on Chicken Devil once we actually get our copies in.
I need more Chicken Devil in my life. Okay. Oh, man, I'm so glad you said that because I was literally like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's next week.
No.
Okay. Okay, so Earth is potentially a wasteland. It's done away.
Yeah.
We've got colonies on Mars, but they're running low on supplies.
Oh, okay.
They need to find another planet in the Goldilocks zone in order to, save the rest of humanity. They have picked people at different points to make this trek into the unknown using, special technology that's supposed to bend time and space.
Yeah.
And their latest person that they have selected is the son of the last person that they selected to
There you go.
And this is going to be one of those, like, it's either I survive or we all die kind of stories where, like, this guy, like, part of the reason why they've chosen him, he went on this mission and proved his veracity for survival and what he was willing to do to make it through. It was good. And I wasn't expecting anything, so that was actually the first book that I read, and it hit high marks right away. The art is great, the writing was great, the voice was strong. I dug this a lot.
Excellent.
Super dope. Redshift. Read that.
All right.
Let's go!
Yeah. This is the reason that No Holds Barred didn't make it to the Acrylic.
Okay.
Not because No Holds Barred wasn't fun.
Right.
It was. It was amazing. I am just an old man, and I like old stuff.
Yes.
And we've got Tom Holland's Fright Night. This is a sequel to the Dandridge era Fright Night movie. So every time in my head I tried to picture Colin Farrell, it didn't work.
No, it's not the same.
It's not the same. Not the same.
You need Chris Sarandon, man.
Oh, so good. All right, so we got James Couric writing, artists Jason Craig, Neil Vokes, Jay Geldof, and Matt Webb. Colors by and for each section.
It's got a different vibe.
Yeah, so for each of the different characters, like points of view and
okay, okay, I like that.
What this does is it starts off with Vincent talking about his book about what happened in that Fright Night movie.
Right.
And in that world, we're there. And then it gets back to family, and someone is moving into the house that was emptied out.
Ooh.
And that someone has a connection. It's so good. So there's another vampire group that's moving into the house.
Okay.
Amy is estranged from her dude, and right. What they went through.
Whatever, man. Amy should love Charlie forever.
Saved her from a life of eternal damnation.
Like, come on.
But all right. There's pros and cons. So, anyways, vampires are moving back in.
Yeah.
How are they going to handle it? More murders. More.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Which of the Fright Nights did you like best? 1 or 2?
Me, the first one.
Okay.
But there's something about the second one that makes me feel dirty watching it.
Absolutely. Regina is, I know their names because I watched it that much. Regina is, I had such a crush on her. It was ridiculous. I recognize. I always thought that I just lost her name. The other vampire could have been Storm. If Will Spartasio drew Storm, like that's what Storm looked like. You got to watch it, okay? If you watch it, you'll see.
Yeah.
But I always thought, okay, this is going to be so nerdy of me. There was the connection between Fright Night 2 and Monster Squad because what's his name is a werewolf in both of them.
Yeah.
Those are in the same universe, people. I said what I said. Yes, 100%. Let's go. Okay. Okay, wait. I got to rag a little bit.
Yeah.
So I met Chris Sarandon at a Wizard World show, and I gave him a signed copy of The Trouble with Love from one Dandridge to another.
Yeah.
And he read it, and he's like, "Is your last name really Dandridge?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you related to Dorothy Dandridge?" And I was like, "Yes, she was my great aunt." He's like, "Oh my God, that's amazing!" So like we had like this total Dandridge connection. It was brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do this one?
Oh yeah. Oh, this was so good.
Okay. Catwoman, Lonely City. Again, Black Label, so it's huge for no good reason. Cliff Chang, Brilliant, man. The creative vibe that he comes off with is
I think
excellent.
he did everything except for run the printers.
Right.
Like
but he might have done that too, man. I really don't know that he didn't do that. Yeah, because literally written, drawn, colored, lettered, covers. Yeah. It doesn't say that he didn't run the printer. He pushed the button.
Yeah.
He edited himself. Like I don't blame. Okay, so at its fastest take, it is Dark Knight Returns, but for Selina.
Yeah. That doesn't do it justice.
It does not cover at all how amazing this is.
Every upcoming DC television series on HBO Max. Oh, is there? They're
copying Chicken Up. Oh, that's so messed up. Oh,
we promise we'll read it for you next week.
Definitely read it.
God, it's so messed up. All those series can take a dump.
Yes.
Because you can do Catwoman. Selina. She's now in her mid-50s. Yes. She's out of prison. Bruce Wayne is dead.
Right.
Several other key members of the Bat family are no longer there.
Right.
There was something happened with Joker. And we're getting filled in these flashbacks as to what happened during this Joker apocalypse.
Joker did the thing that ends it all.
Yeah. Harvey Dent as Two-Face is now mayor.
But
like instead of being the evil part of Two-Face, he's the less evil, the morally ambiguous.
Right.
And it's this aging Selina who's been brought in for one last score, and she's assembling her crew. It's like Ocean's 11.
That's exactly that's it.
Because it's a crime. It's a crime keeper, and God, the flashbacks work so well.
They're good.
I feel
they're so good. You know what? The thing that gets me is who her team is. All makes sense in the really dumbest way possible.
Yeah,
because you're like, no, that doesn't. Well, yeah, no, I guess they would.
That would fit.
Yeah, they would too.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I just adored all of this, and the idea that there's no sexual tension.
Yeah.
It's just really good character interaction.
Yeah. One of the things I love about it too is kind of like with the movie Scream. Like it fully understood horror movies. And with this, the way they're weaving in her backstory, like there were Catwoman posters, and there were two younger members that have joined her team, and they both had posters
for very different reasons.
Yeah,
very different.
And seeing that interaction, it's so smart.
I had the purple suit.
Yeah, and the one with the moon.
Yep.
Yeah, like the
moon. Sure. That's what you were looking at. Yeah, it was a beautiful moon.
Was it though?
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. It answers a question I've had about the Riddler. Like, there's no way he could. Oh, okay, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Look at the humanize him.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. The series is really good.
It really is.
It's really good.
It's so good. Hit up your local store, track it down. The problem is number ones were strip cover returnable, and I think number twos are also.
No, so there's finite copies, y'all.
Yeah, so go out and get them. You will not regret it.
You'll love it. Okay, last but certainly not least, book of the week, without question, Avengers Forever #1. Yes. Jason Aaron McCruder. No, it's not McCruder. Is it McCruder? It's just Cooter, right? Okay, there we go. So it's double Aaron, okay? And
double Jason, because we got Jason Keith.
Oh, snap, you were right. Chickadee jeez. Okay, so if you are like a super goofy nerd like me, and you see Avengers Forever, it conjures certain thoughts, right? There's multiversals, there's time hopping, all kinds of stuff. So when we start off with what we're starting off with, you're like, they understand.
Yeah.
They understood the assignment, and they're jumping right into it like they're supposed to. We are definitely on a different world than 616. There are some... These might be the scariest things I've ever seen in life.
Yeah, because at first I didn't really look at them, and then I saw them.
You didn't?
And I saw that, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to look even further.
Yes.
And yeah.
Terrifying. Terrifying. The one thing that I will spoil is the concept of a lazy Tony Stark is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's like Tony Stark, Star-Lord.
Yes! But he's lazy. And I'm like, that is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. The concept of what's here is freaking cool. Has he ever been this cool? I mean, literally.
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think. Like, I'm actually as good as Jason Aaron's Avengers, like main Avengers is, because that came out this week also. Is I have come to be at peace with the fact that we're never going to get the Avengers BC that he threw out there.
Right.
I wish this would have been snuck in as the main series, because it kind of it's like
amazing.
The what if of that.
Good. Oh, what a good reference! It absolutely is. So if you enjoyed that concept, definitely pick this issue up. This series looks like it's going to explore that very nicely.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. His little team though.
God, I wondered who he was talking to until that panel,
right?
And then I was like, oh.
I mean, it's not a bad mix, right? I mean,
I don't think. I mean, because you got
some hitters.
Yeah,
you got some hitters.
That I found interesting.
I was trying to figure out like what exactly does that mean, and I don't know, but I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm very, very curious.
And because I think I know what she is,
right?
But I don't know who she is.
I agree with that. Is this another byproduct of his laziness?
I think
so too, and that makes it even funnier. Yeah. There's a lot of cool in this. If you like multiversal, different iterations of favorite characters, it's titles like this that you want to explore and see and just go, well, what if this was this way?
Yeah.
And it does a great job.
Yeah.
So,
lazy drunk Tony Stark as an archaeologist on the run from
one of the scariest. That is not okay.
Like, how did that come about? Like, if you're traveling the cosmos and you can do that, but why don't you pick that?
I don't need to know any of those origin stories. I want to know, but I'm scared to death of them. I'm not gonna lie. That's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But this was what we read this week. We loved it. We hope you loved it. If you get a chance, definitely tell us what you've read. Yeah. Let us know some things.
Yeah. Maybe we missed something.
Right. And hopefully, when this is uploaded on YouTube, you like it. And if you do, click that thumbs up because we need that validation for the algorithm. And
subscribe.
Yes.
Hit the bell because we do this every week. We will bring this goodness to you.
That's right. We find a way, right? Even when we don't have a way, we find a way. We'll bring it to you.
Yep.
We'll creep up on your hole. What? You want to read some books? You get some of these. Put these in your face. Read them. Do it. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here before they call the cops.
Yeah, that's cops time.
It's on the other side. There it is. She's like, what is happening?